So one of my viewers recommended this video and asked me to watch it. It's called In Canada and it's by Chris Hadfield and David Hadfield. Now, of course, I've learned about Chris Hadfield before. He's the famous astronaut from Canada. I never knew of David Hadfield. I googled him. It's his brother, of course. But I understand he's a famous singer as well. On his Wikipedia it said he's known for his wilderness songs about history as well. Sounds like an interesting character. I would love to see and listen to more of his music if you know of any of his good songs or interesting ones at that. I guess obviously this one's about Canada as well, but I mean, fair play to the Hadfield's parents, man, bringing up an astronaut and a famous performer like who does songs about important and interesting things. Like great parenting, of course, but interested to see this. Tell me if you've seen it before. Tell me what you think about it. Never knew Chris Hadfield had musical interests as well. I guess I've seen him do some things on the space station with regard to that, but let's check this out and see how it is.
Canada. What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold here. Wear 2 pairs of socks. There's half the world's fresh water to paddle your canoe or camp along the shoreline. It's what we like to do in Canada. Ooh, I'm living in Canada. Float my boat in Canada. Oh, bait my hook in Canada.
I mean, already, like, I think it's like really great. I mean, the video looks pretty nice and cozy and wholesome, but even just the writing, like, is really like making you picture Canada as a country. But also, I like the little bit of humor in there as well. Really nice. Again, wholesome song. Tell me if you've seen this one before. This is like definitely a great representation for Canada, of Canada.
We tend to do things different. We each have our routine. Some of us eat kubasa, some of us poutine.
Oh, j'aime poutine.
But we have traditions that help us stick together. Our milk comes in a bag and mosquitoes eat at leisure. Playing in a snowsuit, the true north strong and free. Hockey night on Saturday, there on CBC.
Or now on Sportsnet.
In Canada. Center ice in Canada.
Coming to you coast to coast.
He shoots, he scores in Canada. Oh, I'm a player in Canada. We pronounce the letter R like we're pirates on a ship. And we'll drive 2,000 miles for a summer camping trip. We wear sorels in winter while plugging in the car. We eat the holes from donuts. We love Nanaimo bars. And we do possess a word that lubricates our speech. It's pretty good, eh?
Pretty good, eh?
And it's always within reach in Canada. How's it going in Canada? Out and about in Canada. Oh, drop your G in Canada. Oh.
Great, man, yeah. Tell me, like, again, like, how you feel as a Canadian hearing this. It must make you feel very proud. It's like very Canadian, all the references, which luckily after watching so many videos about Canada, I really understand all of them. The Nanaimo bars, the donut, eat the middle of donuts and so on. But even just things like talking about the languages, although it's only like 2 minutes 46, it's like really going into really detailing like a lot of like different parts of Canadian culture and life, which is really nice. And again, just to listen to how it sounds, that folky type of style, it just sounds so nice. And they like, in fact, they're brothers and they sound so good singing together in such a like peaceful, meaningful song. It's great.
Oh, I've slept out in a forest, scared I heard a bear. I've climbed a rocky mountain just because it's there. Crossed the great St. Lawrence, said merci beaucoup. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Excuse me. After you.
Very good. Very
In
good.
Canada. Politely in Canada. Right up here in Canada. Oh, you don't butt in Canada. Every city empties on the 24th of May.
Queen's birthday.
And if we say not bad,
Not bad.
we're better than okay.
Not bad.
There's workman's comp and pogey for when we're shown the door. There's Canadian Tire money in at least one kitchen drawer. And we have a golden rule that runs between these shores. You stay out of my face, I'll stay out of yours. In Canada, get along in Canada. Kiss the cod in Canada. Oh, the friendly giant in Canada. Ooh, oh, 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 Canada.
Bonne fête, Canada. Happy Canada Day from the Hadfield family.
That was really, really cool. Yeah, it's like for that to just be a song, but to have so many references and detail so much parts of life in Canada and just being Canadian, but it doesn't like feel too rushed. It was so tightly written with all those things just having like a perfect place in the song. Great ode to Canada. And yeah, the fact it just sounded so nice and wholesome really like ties into everything that it's talking about as well. I like that little interaction about being polite, about the please and sorry and this and that. Like they're going back and forth. Very, very well written song. Yeah, so tell me if you've seen this one before. What do you think about it? What's your favourite reference in that song? Thanks.